Hello again, my name is Nolan, and if you happen to watch my last video, you'll know that I am starting a little series to document my last year of college. And as I noted down and agonized over all the different possible things I could be doing to document my last year, I realized, what better way to start this off than to do another routine video? That's right, the second routine video in 2 months. Even though that sounds a little repetitive, it is a new year for me, it's not summer anymore, and so I do have a completely different routine. Every new year comes with a slightly different set of priorities and responsibilities, and I kind of have to figure them out from scratch again. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so instead, here is a typical week in my life as a college senior in Los Angeles. Now, as you watch this beautiful rendition of a typical morning for me, I thought it might be helpful to just real quick go over some details about my week that kind of inform how it's set up for me. First of all, classes. I have 1 evening class on Monday, 2 afternoon classes on Tuesday, an afternoon and an evening class on Wednesday, same 2 afternoon classes on Thursday, and then no classes on Friday. This morning routine that you're watching always looks something like this, just with varying degrees of rushedness. I'll wake up, make toast and coffee, work at my desk, and then eventually get ready for school. So like I said, just 1 Monday class at 6 p.m. But honestly, enough about me. Let's get into the week. This Monday class is a largely hands-off capstone project class, so there's not much to worry about there either.
Want to say hi real quick?
And on this week's Monday, that's pretty much just what I did. I'm still not sure what to do most of the day, to be honest, but for now I just let myself have a slow morning. On Tuesdays, class starts at 1:45, but I'm more of a morning person, so I'm usually still up around 8 or 9 anyways. I also feel like I need kind of an on-ramp in the morning and just get my brain woken up. These next 2 classes are pretty intensive and probably the hardest 2 classes out of my schedule. Immediately after, I usually hit the gym. I've actually been really good this year, and I usually go at least 3 times, and I'm trying to bring that up to 4. Wednesday is probably my longest day of the week. Class starts bright and early at 10 a.m., but my professor wants us to be there at 9:45, so I get out of there at 1 or 1:30, and then I have a couple hours to do whatever. Then I have to get home for a weekly work meeting at 3:30, and then I have another couple hours to make dinner, and I have another class from 6 to 8.
Eddie, say hi. Alright.
This week, there was a Filipino club meeting in the nighttime, so I went back home for dinner and then returned to campus for the 3rd time by 10 p.m. Thursdays are laid out more or less exactly like Tuesdays. Class in the afternoon and then gym time. This Thursday, after my daily stuff, I went over to my girlfriend's place and cooked steak for pretty much the first time. I actually thought I did pretty well. Although Thursdays can also be tiring like Tuesdays, I actually really like them just because they're my end of the week, because I don't have any classes the next day. So by 2 or 3:30 in the afternoon, I'm kind of getting Friday vibes. I don't really feel like doing anything else.
Yo, I kind of cooked. Look at that. I think it's pretty good, right? No?
Then Friday is my only weekday with no classes. I still try to make myself do something. I wake up as early as I can manage, typically no earlier than 7, even though it's never actually 7. I always say it's gonna be. After I get properly woken up, I drag myself to the Blue Bottle coffee shop down in Playa Vista. From there, I grab some breakfast tacos from next door, I order my coffee, and get started. It's a chance for me to catch up on the kinds of work I'm personally invested in, so that could be something like job applications, my website, some side project I'm working on. I allow myself to get off track here and there because, it's still Friday. I usually try to follow that up with something physical, like playing volleyball with friends, going to the gym. This Friday night, I also had to get together with my computer science friends, and it was potluck style, so I had to make my own dish. I went with salmon fried rice because it's easy to make and it's familiar to me. And finally, we made it to the weekend. They're kind of always a mystery to me. I have almost no routine for them, so they're usually just whatever I signed up for during the week, or just spontaneous time with friends. And I think that's valuable too, because not everything has to be planned, which I kind of need to tell myself a little bit more given all this. But no, it's true. This week in particular, there was a Japanese club outing to Little Tokyo, so I tagged along on that. I also checked out this Asian art market with my girlfriend, and I bought a candle, which I've been using. Although I'm notoriously forgetful, so hopefully I don't burn the house down. And that does it for last week. Thanks for watching. I know this one was a little bit of a long one, but I had a lot of fun putting it together, and hopefully in another couple weeks you'll see more content. It'll probably be shorter, but that's kind of what I'm after. I'm trying to get that consistency down, find the rhythm again. But yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.